Hi, welcome to Cocina de Trujillo. I haven't been on for a while, but today we are going to be making albondigas. Albondigas is a soup, a meatball soup, and so we are going to go through the steps on how to make it. Okay, so I have in this bowl, I have 4 pounds of ground beef. And the ground beef that I purchase is the 93% with very low fat. So it's 93% ground beef. There's 4 pounds. I'm gonna dice up a tomato, a full onion, 2 eggs, cilantro down here, and then a tablespoon of cumin, and then salt, pepper, and 2 cups of rice, uncooked rice. And normally albondigas, those are the only ingredients, but today we are going to put some New Mexico green chili in half of these. So I think that's gonna make them very yummy. So my cilantro, I'm going to chop it up, and I'm going to put it in with my meat. Okay, I'm going to chop up my onion, and I'm going to make it very fine because I'm going to be making meatballs, and so you don't want those big chunks of onion. Oh, and also garlic. Forgot my garlic. A little bit of garlic. Probably for 4 pounds of the ground beef. I will be putting in a tablespoon of garlic. Albondigas would probably taste good on a cold day because it's a soup, but my daughter, she's been wanting to make some albondigas, so she's like, will you please make a video so that I could do it? She's a newlywed. She just got married. And so she's trying to make all these recipes for her spouse. And growing up, I would tell them to help me, and they never wanted to learn. Now that she's married, she wants to make all these recipes, but no sabe. That means she doesn't know. Okay, so here's my diced onion. I'm going to put the whole onion here. And then we're going to mix it all up together. I've already washed my tomato, so that's ready to go. I've never made albondigas with green chili, so I'm only going to make half the portion of the meat with green chili because one of my daughters she doesn't like hot, spicy stuff. You want to chop up your tomato pretty good too. Just remember, you're going to be making meatballs, and you don't want those big chunks, but you do want a little bit in all your meatballs. So there's that whole tomato. And my 2 eggs. Let me wash my hands. And then my tablespoon of cumin. My rice. I'm going to put another cup of rice because it's 2 cups of rice. So basically it's 1 cup of rice for every 2 pounds of beef, ground beef. So there's my 2 cups. Salt. Pepper. And before I mix that, I'm going to go ahead and chop up my green chili so that once I do that, I could just put it in the half of the portion that I'm going to be putting this. Growing up, we never had green chili in our albondigas, but if you're a New Mexican, green chili makes everything taste better, right? And so this is New Mexico green chili from Hatch that we're gonna put it in. So that's already chopped up, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. Just mix it all up. Oh shoot. Oh, good thing this fell on my cutting board, because that wouldn't have been good. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna mix it all up. I should have got a bigger bowl, but it'll be fine. We've already started the process. Okay, so we're just mixing it. Bring it in here so that you can possibly see. Oh, this meat is so cold. I'm probably gonna put it on my cutting board, or on my cutting board, so that I could mix it really good. I'm gonna move my chili over. So that I could mix my meat. Okay, I'm going to bring this down. Okay, so here's my meat, and I'm just mixing all the ingredients together. Once you do that, you're just going to start making your meatballs. And so it has all these great ingredients in there. You have cilantro, onion, tomato, and then your egg is just to kind of hold it together. And then, like I said, I'm going to add half of this. I'm going to add some green chili. I think it's going to be really good. I don't know how many of you, those of you that make albondigas, put green chili in it. I never have. I said. Okay. You just want to mix all your ingredients in there. So I'm going to put half of this. I'm going to put half of it. You don't have to cut it, but I'm going to put half of it in here so that I can go ahead and mix my green chili in. Oh, look at that. That's going to be so good. So we've mixed it all together. I think I'm going to add a little bit more because I don't think the girls will eat all that. So I'm going to mix more in there because that's a lot of chili. This looks really good. Okay, so now what you're going to do is once you've mixed it really well, you just are going to get a pan. Let me go wash my hands first. So I am going to fill up my pan, fill it up to the top, and I'll show you what type of pan I have here in a minute. And I'm going to sit it on the stove. I have it on high. And I am going to let it sit so that it could start boiling while I start making my meatballs. Okay, and so I fill it up to the top so that when you're serving yourself, you can get some juice. If not, you'll have a lot of meatballs and not enough juice. So I filled it up 3/4, and it's, this is a 5-liter pan. And so I'm gonna do that, okay? And then I'm going to start making my albondigas, which is meatballs, basically. And so this here, you can make your meatballs as big as, of course, you want to. I mean, you can make them really big, or you can make them really small. It's whatever you like. But this is the size that I'm making mine. And so, see. I mean, they're not really big. Again, your preference of how big you want to make them. I like to make them kind of like a little bit more than a bite size, but that way you can, if you make them too big, I feel like you're not gonna, they're too big for a bite, right? So then you're gonna have to cut them. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you like, your preference. See, this one's small, this one's a little bit bigger, or you can make them all sizes. It's whatever you like. So as I'm letting the water boil, I'm just making my meatballs, and I'm just sitting them there so that once that comes to a boil, I'll drop them all in at once so that I know that they're all cooking evenly. And some aren't cooking faster than others. And that's all you're gonna do. You're just making all your meatballs. You're gonna let it cook. And I will set them. Once the water comes to a boil and I put all my meatballs in there, I'll bring the heat down to a medium heat, and then let them boil until they're brown cooked, and then that's it. You're gonna have in your bite, you're gonna have some rice, onion, tomato, and then cilantro, and then in these I'm gonna have the green chili. So in that other batch, it's not gonna have any green chili for the girls, for one of them that doesn't eat chili. So, and that's it. I'm gonna do all this meat and then I'll come back, okay? Okay, so I've rolled out all my meatballs and here they are. And as you see, they have a lot of, you could see all the nice ingredients that are in there. My water has come to a boil. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just going to just place them in there. That's all I'm doing. Just putting them all in there. And it's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. I may have to take some water out because I filled it up pretty good. I just like to make sure I have enough, like I said, so that when you get your bowl, you have some juice in there. And as you see, the water's already pretty high here, so I'm going to take some out. To give room for those other ones to go in. Let me see. I may have to take some more out. We'll see. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. And that is it. I'm going to bring my heat down. And then I'm just going to cover them. And that is it. Let them boil. Let them cook. And let's see. I'll go ahead and keep the timer to see how long that's going to cook. But basically, all you're going to be doing is checking them. Make sure that they're brown and that they're cooked. And that is it. You can serve them just like that. Just in a soup. Because like I said, every bite has some rice, some tomato, onion, cilantro, and then in these green chili. So it's just going to be a really good soup. Or you could also make some Spanish rice and serve it with that in it, but there's already rice in there, so I don't know if you want to do that. So we'll let them cook and then we'll come back so that you could see the final product. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll this next batch and put them in a separate bowl. Okay, it's been an hour that the albondigas have been cooking and they are done. One of the things I didn't mention is your meat will probably brown quickly, but remember that there is rice in the meatballs and albondigas. And so you want to make sure that your rice has been cooked also, because if not, they're going to be hard. So this is what my bowl looks like. And these are the albondigas. And you can see that it has, you can see the chili in there. You can see the rice. On this one, you can see some tomato in there, some green chili in the rice. And so this is what your albondigas look like. And again, you can have it with some rice or whatever other side you're going to have them with. Today, I am going to garnish them. I'm going to eat them with some cabbage. And that is what I'm going to eat mine with today. Okay. I hope, like always, that this dish brings happiness and smiles to your table, and I hope you enjoy.